What is up, guys? So with the year nearing a close and 2018 right upon us, I thought I'd go over my most anticipated movies of 2018. I thought 2017 wasn't that great for movies, but 2018 looks to be a lot better. Every single one of the movies on this list is a superhero movie because superhero movies are my favorite type of movies. And there aren't a lot of movies that are coming out in 2018 that aren't superhero movies that I'm that excited for. There are a couple, like the Star Wars movie, Solo, and Jurassic World, and Ready Player One, but I'm not that excited for any of those movies. They are just like there are 10 theatrically released movies coming out this year. If you include superhero movies, if you include DVD movies, it's 14. So there really wasn't any room for any non-superhero movies on this list. This list may be a little different than yours, so if you disagree with it, let me know your list in the comments down below. So with all that in mind, here are my top 5 most anticipated movies of 2018. Number 5 is Black Panther.
The revolution will not be televised.
Show me my respect and bow down. We own ya. We own.
T'Challa, aka Black Panther, debuted in live-action form and in the MCU in Captain America: Civil War. And along with Spider-Man, he was, and again, along with Spider-Man, easily the standout character of the movie. He was awesome, his suit looked really cool, and his fighting style was very unique and well choreographed. Every single fight he was in was amazing, and Chadwick Boseman was a great actor, and he was just a great pick for the role. So it's pretty safe to say I was already pretty stoked for Black Panther, but then the trailer came out, and the trailer was pretty awesome. I love the music in the background, the action looks pretty great, the villain also actually looks pretty good, although it is another one of those things where two people with the same exact powers fight each other. But I feel like this one will be a little bit better than those times, because I don't know why. The actors are pretty great actors, the story looks to be pretty great. I think this will be different. I think the two hero and villain with the same power, I think it will work this time. It has worked before, but most of the time it feels cheap, I guess, but I feel like this time around it probably will work. And it showed us that as big as the MCU is, there's still more of it to explore in Wakanda, which is pretty insane considering we thought we saw all of the Marvel Universe. It turns out there is this whole new high-tech African city for us to explore, and that's pretty exciting to me. But beyond that, the trailer just looked pretty cool with all the Black Panther-y stuff. And it was just Black Panther being awesome in Civil War, and an awesome trailer, and plus the fact that the MCU rarely ever goes wrong. All that is why I'm excited for Black Panther. Number 4 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is a movie that when it was announced, I wasn't that excited for. I mean, I was slightly excited for it just because it was a Marvel movie and they make a lot of good movies, and it was Spider-Man, so I was excited for it. But when the trailer came out and the title was announced, that is when I really became really excited. The trailer was awesome. The animation and art style looked very unique and comic booky, which is pretty awesome. But beyond that, the trailer itself made the movie look beautiful. Like, the animation was beautiful, and all the backgrounds looked amazing, and the background music was pretty amazing too. The concept of the Spider-Verse is a very interesting concept to me. How awesome would it be if Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and even Tom Holland appeared in this movie, or at least had a cameo? The possibilities are actually endless, because like they could have Spider-Gwen, they could have even the pig one, they could just have any version of Spider-Man they could choose from, which is really one of the most interesting parts of this movie. I was really excited about this movie when I saw the trailer, but I wouldn't have been as excited if the concept wasn't as interesting as it actually is. Anyway, I'm excited for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because the concept is interesting, but the main reason is because, the main reason is both the trailer was awesome and the concept is very interesting. Number 3 is Deadpool 2.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good. No, no, no. Oh, you're not gonna walk that one off. Oh, that's so gross.
Deadpool was a hilarious movie, which is why I'm so excited for Deadpool 2, or what it's being called on IMDb, and what I will be calling it from now on, the Untitled Deadpool sequel. This is such an awesome name for a Deadpool sequel because of the whole fourth wall breaking thing Deadpool does. The Untitled Deadpool sequel is such a meta name. I think it would be so awesome if that was the actual title of the movie. But according to Wikipedia, the movie is actually called Deadpool the Second Coming. So you know what? Vote in the top right corner of the video whether or not the movie should be called Deadpool 2, the Untitled Deadpool sequel, or Deadpool the Second Coming. Me personally, I would love it if it was just called the Untitled Deadpool sequel. That would be so meta, and it would break the fourth wall in so many awesome ways that it would just be such a big opportunity that I really hope they don't pass up on. And the fact that IMDb is still calling it that and not Deadpool 2 or something is pretty telling that that actually might be the title of the movie, which would be awesome. But anyway, I'm pretty excited for this movie. But not only the movie, also the marketing for the movie, because the marketing for Deadpool was amazing. It was probably the best marketing in movie history, and marketing for Deadpool 2 so far has been pretty great, and I'm excited to see more of it. Number 2 is The Incredibles 2. The Incredibles was one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. It wasn't my favorite, but it was one of my favorite, and I've been waiting for over a decade for a sequel, along with a lot of other people, because The Incredibles was the best Pixar movie ever to not get a sequel for a while there. But then The Incredibles is finally getting a sequel in 2018. There really isn't much to say other than what I just said, because we know nothing about the plot, and there hasn't been any trailers, only a teaser, which was a pretty adorable teaser, but it gives away basically nothing about the plot other than the fact that it's about maybe Jack discovering his powers, which is a pretty cool concept. So considering Pixar, just like the MCU, rarely ever goes wrong, and how awesome the first Incredibles movie was, this movie will probably be awesome and will probably be the best Fantastic Four movie ever, along with The Incredibles. Some honorable mentions are Aquaman. The reason it's not on the list is because of the DCEU's track record, and also because Aquaman wasn't my favorite character from Justice League, but I'm still excited for it just because it's a superhero movie. X-Men, Dark Phoenix, it's not on the list because, first of all, they've already done Dark Phoenix before and didn't really turn out well, and second of all, the new cast from X-Men Apocalypse wasn't that great. But it's still an X-Men movie, and I love Days of Future Past, so maybe they can use... it could be almost as good as that, which is why it's just an honorable mention. Venom, it's not on the list just because I can go without the movie existing at all, but at the same time, I'm really interested in this movie, and I'm really interested in seeing how it turns out. And Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's an MCU movie, so I'm already excited for it. Plus, I really liked Ant-Man. It's not on the list just because the 5 movies that are on this list are movies that I'm a little bit more excited for than Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that brings us to number 1. And number 1 is Avengers Infinity War.
Idea to bring together a group of remarkable people
to see if we could become something more.
I mean, this was pretty obvious. It was pretty obvious Avengers Infinity War would be number 1. It's probably number 1 on most everybody's lists for anticipated movies of 2018, and for good reason, because Avengers Infinity War is what the MCU has been building for almost 10 years now. By the time it comes out, it will be 10 years. Even before the trailer came out, I was super excited for Infinity War because it's in the MCU, it's an Avengers movie. You're already excited for that no matter what. But when the trailer came out, it only enhanced the excitement because the trailer was amazing. Like, it might just be my favorite movie trailer I have ever seen. It's so awesome. I've rewatched it like 15 or 20 times. It's the best movie trailer I've ever seen, probably, or at least the best one I remember. Just like I said about Black Panther, the MCU rarely ever messes up, especially when the Russo brothers are involved or directing. They directed Captain America the Winter Soldier and Captain America Civil War, which are some of my 2 favorite movies I've ever seen. Civil War is actually my favorite movie ever. so I'm confident Avengers Infinity War will be awesome. So those are my top 5 most anticipated movies of 2018. Which movie are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share this video with a friend, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.